Tonight. Come on.
We bring our praise, we bring our best. The tithe, the harvest, every test. The windows of heaven open wide. The glory fall, the fire won't hide.
Come on.
When the word of the Lord went out, the people heard and turned about. They brought their first fruits, oil and wine. The blessing flowed, the Lord divine. The tithe, all they gladly gave. Their hearts restored, the nation saved. From city walls to Judah's land, they laid their heaps at God's command. Hearts made pure. We rise again to honor the Lord. Elohim's upon each, the glory flows, the fire of revival freely grows. Praise and giving, hearts made right. The flame of heaven burns so bright. Heaps upon each, His favor raised, the storehouse full, the Lord sustains.
Good Monday morning. Welcome back to God, Family, and Country. I am your host, Tim Beard.
I am Ken Morse.
How are you?
I'm good.
It's nice out there today.
It's beautiful.
Is it supposed to rain still tomorrow?
I hope not. I haven't looked that far ahead to be honest. I've been going down rabbit holes and other things. I haven't looked at the weather. It's probably what I should look at.
I asked my friend Udelki, like, hey, what's the weather going to be like there tomorrow? She's like, I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. And I'm like, you don't live in the Stone Age. You know you can just look it up. So I looked it up and sent it to her, and she's like laughing. I was like, they have weather there.
Yeah.
So obviously we're doing tomorrow's Easter, so we're doing the show a day earlier than we normally do.
Yeah.
So if anything crazy happens between now and then, just know that's why.
Yes.
So last night we went to, I don't know, Canada. What is it, Lyndonville? I think it's Lyndonville, Vermont.
Oh,
East
yeah. So
Burke.
you're in Canada basically.
Basically.
Yeah. I stayed there
A lot of A's up there, and yeah.
Yeah.
We looked at a wedding venue for Lucy and Brandon. They're getting married next September.
Okay.
And beautiful farm. I was more impressed with the great big baler that was in there. Like the biggest baler I've ever seen before.
Wow.
Hay baler, yeah, it was huge.
Nice.
The views are spectacular, though. I mean, stunning views.
Wow.
Yeah, stupid what they charge for this place, but this was like a cheap one.
Oh, did you guys look at O'Neill's property?
I don't know. This is way above my pay grade, so.
Okay, because he lets people use it up there, and you can see New York from up there. It's beautiful.
You gotta bring me up. I've never been up there.
Yeah, I can bring you. Yes, the barn. It's just a beautiful. It's just up top of Lumster Mountain, but the views are incredible.
Yeah,
A lot of people get married there.
it's crazy because lived here my whole life, but I've never been up there.
Oh wow, yeah, it's like a 6-mile road or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to do this.
I got the gate key, code. So yeah.
All right, we won't get shot.
We won't, hopefully.
Yeah. So we decided last night to stay in Littleton, which, I mean, from where we were, it was 40 minutes to Littleton. We could have just drove home for an extra hour, but it was fine. It was kind of late anyways.
Yeah.
So we went to this restaurant, and the food was great. The food was really good. Both me and my wife haven't been feeling great the last 3 or 4 days, probably.
Oh,
So,
nice.
like, I've only eaten like one meal a day for the last 3 days, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't need food.
Yes. No.
No. So I stopped drinking soda, and then I drink a little bit now, but I only drink clear soda, like Sprite or ginger ale or Starry.
Okay.
And obviously, like, very little.
Yep.
Just for, like, I need something that has a taste that's not, because juice is full of sugar too.
Juice is just as bad,
Yeah.
almost as bad.
Because like, I like cranberry juice, but right now, as I'm trying to get off my heartburn meds,
Right.
like, so I can't,
The acid.
like, I can't have anything super crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I order a Sprite, and we take a drink. Andrew got a ginger ale, and I'm like, oh, what in the world is wrong with that? It tastes / smell, if that makes sense to you, like sulfur, like
Ugh.
like they need a carbon filter, which would take care of that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, and then I was like super thirsty. I was like, man, I really need a water, and so I got a water. That was just as bad, man. I was like, oh, the food was great. Then I ordered a chocolate milk. That was good. They over chocolate, too much chocolate, but
Yeah.
it was way better than the water and the
Right.
soda. So we stayed there last night, and then we came down and put it in the GPS. So going down through Franconia and Notch and stuff
Yeah. Beautiful.
was the way back, the quickest way back. So
Yeah.
so we went through there this morning, and yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I've been through it like last year, but
Have you ever been up on the ledge? So
No.
as you get to the very top and you drop down,
yep,
right there on the right, you can walk up to the top of that ledge.
yeah,
Right? Yeah, there's all kinds of pictures online, but you can look out. It's pretty cool. It's like a little wider than this table, maybe,
yeah.
and it's just sheer drop that to the road.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. That's what my wife says too. I was like, it'd be so cool.
No, really, I'm good. I mean, I like living.
Me too.
You know,
Yeah.
one slip, one stupid thing, like,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. That's not no.
Okay.
So, but I was saying, I was kind of like saddened by, like, as I drove through, I'm like, the old man on the mountain used to be there,
Yeah.
and my kids have no clue what that is.
No.
Like, none of our kids.
Right.
So I think it's May 3rd, 2023. Excuse me, 2003. It fell off,
Yes.
and so I showed obviously my 6-year-old and 2.5-year-old, and like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, it used to be up there, and then
Right.
of course they're like, well, why did it fall off? And I was like, it was actually natural.
Right.
They tried obviously for years to preserve it the best they could,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
his face drooped.
Nature.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I remember going up there. That's what my parents brought us to as a kid.
yeah,
Like
that's what we did.
like the highlight thing with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
silly. Yeah.
And we used to go. It was Father's Day weekend. They started when I was a kid. You could go to the park, you could go to the basin. No, not the basin. You could go to the flume. You can go up the Cannon Mountain, and then you can go up. Was that one? The flume. There's one other one. But you do it for free
Right.
for New Hampshire residents on Father's Day. So we used to go up there usually, like that
Right.
time. It was just cool. It was
Yeah.
neat. I mean, it was a good memory from like as a kid, but
Right.
but it was kind of sad not seeing like the old man on the mountain there, just because like that was New Hampshire was known for,
Right.
and it's too bad they didn't just recreate it and put it right back up there.
They could have
They
easily.
easily could have, but they
Yeah.
gave up because they're like, and now it's been long enough. People are like, oh, whatever.
No.
Now what are we known for besides outer staters?
And all the rescues every year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, crazy. So we were listening to the show on the way back because Andrew's like behind on him, so I was trying to catch up. And of course, my kids love it because we play heaps on the YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah.
edition.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard that, you should check that out. It's really, really good. So playing that, and of course, then they were disappointed when I started to talk.
Yeah.
But, hey, it's all right. I was disappointed too. So no, I was just listening back to the show, and like I was like, hey, is there anything we said that I need to correct or anything else? And at one point, I said Freudian slip. I said Peter instead of Paul was crucifying Christians, but you corrected me about a minute later. And
Yeah.
was like,
I
"Oh,
let you do your thing,
you
and then
did."
yes.
So that worked fantastic.
Yes.
But I did look up the abortion numbers.
Yes.
Just like I know I was right because I remember Charlie Kirk saying it.
Right.
But I was just curious, like,
Yeah.
so
It's good to verify.
yeah. Because if I'm wrong, I'm gonna
Right. Because we want to be accurate as possible.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I chat GBT'd it, so that's where it came from.
Yep.
So 42.9% of all abortions are black women, 27.6% are white women, 21.3% are Hispanic, and other is 8.2. What do you suppose other is?
Asian.
Native American, like something just
Yeah. I don't know what other would
not in
be.
those three major categories.
Right.
Alien,
Irish. No, Irish should be white.
yeah.
So it has to be Asian.
Asian would have to be part of it, but I guess you could say like Native American.
Yeah,
I
so
guess,
like in Alaska.
because they're not Hispanic,
Right. Because those are native.
like or Hawaiians or something. That would
Yeah, okay, that would make yeah. Okay, yeah.
I just thought it was interesting, but so yeah, there's those numbers.
So basically half,
Almost. It's crazy.
and then the rest is divided. The other half is divided.
Yeah.
Okay.
So white people are a little over 0.25%.
Yeah.
Hispanics are a little under 0.25%. Yeah. It's just crazy numbers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just the way the whole system was driven, basically.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, it starts from that's like where she just started to listen to the one where I went after the whole slavery reparations thing,
Oh boy.
and I was disappointed because I wanted to listen to that more.
Right.
Because I'm like, all right, let's make sure I said everything right. And the other thing too, I messaged Matt. I was like, hey, did you get any complaints last week? Nope. So I said, all right, I'll try harder this week.
Okay.
It's not a good week unless I'm getting complaints.
Right.
So,
People paying attention.
yeah, so I guess I'll have to try harder to offend
Yeah.
people.
Yep.
I guess that conversation about reparations didn't do it.
No, because it's pretty much true. Is the problem. I mean, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. The where is it? I've got a big list here, and
Okay.
this is the thing. I'll go back to this. So, I think it was I don't know the guy's name. I should have looked it up, but they just flew around the moon, right?
Yes.
Four people,
Yes.
and there was a black man.
Sure was. Yes.
So he's being interviewed, and he's what do you think or whatever? Like you're the first black man in
Yes.
space.
Yep.
And I loved his answer.
Yes.
He's like, I'm the first American. I'm an American. This
Right,
isn't
that's
a
it, right.
Black thing. So, and I just wrote, I was like, I'm so sick of hearing first black this, that. It's like, do you want segregation? Is that what we're trying to go back to? Because
Right.
that's segregation.
Well, I was thinking about this the other day. Before Obama became president, like there was a whole decade of time where we weren't even talking about race in this country.
Yes.
Like it was just we were just
Yes.
united, basically. Like you just watch TV or sports. It was pretty even across the board.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we were healing as a country, and then Obama went in there and ripped the Band-Aid off, and ever since then.
Right.
And because of that, the media, that's what they bring
Yes,
up.
the
And that's
media.
why it's so divisive.
Yes.
Because why did they have to ask it that way?
Right.
Right?
Like, hey, how, I don't know where he's from, but what's it feel like to be the first person from, Jacksonville, Florida, to go to space? Oh, that's
Right.
cool. Okay. Or this state, if that's okay, fine. But why does it come back to color?
Right. I mean, it doesn't matter. He was qualified to do this.
Exactly.
That's all it should matter.
like, so the shade of your skin color
right.
changes something somehow?
I agree.
It just irritates me because it's literally going back. Like, so what are we going back to segregation? Is that what it is?
Right. Now, if he, and I don't know his backstory, I should probably look it up, but if he came out of right out of the ghettos, you know what I mean? And then became an astronaut.
Right. Used to be in a gang and then
Right.
changed his life.
That's, I can see a story on that.
But not his color though.
Right.
Ex gangbanger.
Right. Becomes, right.
Astronaut.
But for all we know, he grew up and went to Princeton. I don't know what he did.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a very
Right.
wealthy. So, I'm just saying, why does it matter?
It doesn't. That's the whole point of this.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter. One drop.
Right.
Oh, first woman to do this. Who cares?
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
It should be, and he said it. This man literally said it. He's like, no, this is an American achievement.
Yeah.
Not,
Right.
oh, I'm black, and this is a woman, and
Right.
I mean, I guess if you wanted to describe it, maybe for someone that's blind, that's the only time I'd say that maybe you could,
That's fair. Right.
just trying to paint the picture here. So,
Right,
but,
right.
but other than that, like, why?
Right. No, I'm with you 100%. Like, I agree. It's just because they want to bring it up.
And what gets me is the amount of congressmen, women, and senators in Congress. Crockett would be one of them. Waters is another one.
Yeah.
Of course, she's a dinosaur, but
Yeah.
they constantly push this. Like, they're there for their color, and that's it.
You're right.
You don't represent the United States of America, and you shouldn't be there.
Right.
And you got nothing else. You have nothing else to offer anyone.
Right.
So you're still trying to play that race card.
Right.
But the reality is, Democrats have lost it so much that now they're playing the illegal card.
Oh yeah, you got to get voters somewhere.
I think it was Eric Swalwell said the other day that he thinks that we should, like, California should have a phone-in vote. If you can pay your light bill or whatever on the phone, you should be able to just call your vote in.
Yeah, that sounds totally reasonable. Not
In their mind, it does, because they've lost the vote so much they have to cheat.
right.
So there's only if there's voter ID and there's only same-day voting and actual real ballots and all that, like, the cheating's going to have to really, really drop down.
Right.
And they're not going to be able to cheat. And they're not going to be able to win.
Right.
That's what it's about.
Well, I 100%. Of course, we might be handing them a midterm election here, so
Which still blows my mind. Which, all right, we'll talk about this. I put this on the list.
okay,
I just have to find it on the list.
okay.
Oh, there it
Let's
is.
go down the list.
So do people quit on Trump after a few decisions they don't like? Things get a little bad and people quit. You know, it's like, you know what? It's like marriage today. Things get a little bad, people quit. Relationships, things get a little bad, people quit. At what point do you just, like, you know what? The good, the bad, the ugly, I'm going to ride this out. You saw something in him originally,
Right,
and now suddenly, like, trust me, we can disagree.
right,
And we'll talk about those points on the show, but just to be like, I'm down to them.
right.
It's just throwaway, no effort society.
Well, I mean, he still has done a lot of good things, like the child sex trafficking thing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the numbers, I don't have them in front of me. I should get them, but they're really good. The border control, really good. Our economy's not horrible.
No.
Like the stock market keeps rising somehow. But I'm with you. Like, I've been a strong opponent. I don't hate. I just hate some of the decisions he's made, and I don't even really hate. I'd like to see the end game sooner than I'm seeing it.
Yeah, because I don't think there necessarily is one.
That's my problem. Because so far, he is, every time I thought was going in a direction I didn't like, he was 2 steps, 3 steps ahead of my thought process.
Yes.
Right, and it turned out way better than it was supposed to be. I'm having a hard time with this Iran
The
conflict.
thing is, I don't understand the slow escalation. Like,
Right.
we had two planes were shot down on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they got the other pilot yet. They got one of them out of the F-14.
Yeah.
They got the guy from the A-10.
Right.
But I don't know. And I'm like, you realize what will happen if Iran captures that pilot?
Well, Iran put out there's no capturing. They put out a thing that when they see him, just shoot him. So Iran's not scared. So that makes me nervous that they're not scared.
Well, it just makes me wonder, okay, is Trump just BSing about everything? Because if you've taken out their system so well, A, how do they shoot airplanes down?
Well, yes.
And B, why are they talking so big?
Well, they're getting world support from other areas, Russia and China. You can Google it. They are supporting them at this point. Like Russia and China, who are the ones who made the strategic plan to bomb Israel this weekend, or this week, the other day, 300 missiles. But they told them to send in like 300 or 400 drones first to mess up their radar so that they could send the missiles right behind them.
Yeah.
Like,
At what point do you say, okay, this has gone on long enough and it needs to end? Like, end.
right.
So-
Well, now Israel kind of, there's certain people in Israel threatening America if we back out of this too fast. Because they just went to war with Lebanon.
What's Israel going to do? Fight the whole world?
Right.
That's probably the plan.
Maybe, I don't know. It's just when our allies aren't acting like our allies, and I see their point too. Like when Trump's like, "Look, we're not supporting you," blah blah, and all that, and then we could find ourselves in a situation. Now he just gave them a little bit of leverage. They can be like, "Well, you know what? Let's see how this plays out, and we'll pick a side on whoever's going to win this," which is smart. 48 Laws of Power, smart.
Yeah.
It's a book about this. I read it, and when I see it happen in real time, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. I have to think that we have bigger bombs that we haven't dropped yet.
Well, there was a time, and I agree, right, that we could just, but then it's a war crime to hit citizens.
Right. We shouldn't bomb any citizens.
Right.
But we should have already taken out all their power plants.
Right.
So that they are in the dark.
Right.
For a long time.
Well, so that's the tricky part. This is what happened in Vietnam too. When the military starts blending with the citizens. Same thing that happened in Afghanistan. That's why it was such a long operation. When the citizens and the military start blending together,
Yes.
it's awful hard to target just the military.
Correct.
Like, if this becomes a ground war, decades.
It doesn't need to be, though.
I agree.
You just, I mean, if they don't have any power, they don't. What do they have then?
Well, they got something. I'm just because they have been fighting pretty well.
Right. Where is it? Like, what's, and then Yemen's starting to get involved.
Yeah,
Which I don't think Yemen has much of a military, though.
no.
Because someone was joking
And then
about
here's the other thing. Now we can't fly over Europe to get there, which is the most effective way,
Right.
because Italy will not let us land on our own bases there.
Italy's backed out because they were supporting us wholeheartedly.
No,
not long ago.
no. They said no more landing on our bases there.
Must be because the missiles can hit there. So
Yeah, Spain, no more flying over Spain. Every country right there has made a statement in the last 24 hours or so saying, yeah, we're not allowed to go into their space.
we should pull out every single U.S. troop in every European country.
I mean,
Pack our bases up. Defend yourselves.
right.
100%.
I
Because they can't.
Right.
And they won't.
My only fear is, does China and Russia go in and help them then, and then it's us against the world? Does it create a vacuum? That's my only thing.
Yeah.
Because if we are the only superpower with that, like, I don't know how powerful we are with our allies. There was a saying at one time that we were more powerful than the next 25 countries combined, and those were our allies, basically. So,
Right.
without that, I don't know if that's still a true thing.
I mean, you lose too many of those. There's no way. Like,
Right.
America can't take on the world.
Right. Well, we've had Republican, Democrat leadership, and every time there's Democrat, they reduce our military.
Right.
And then Republicans come, we try to rebuild it back up. So what state are we? And then we have conflict at home in our military. Right now, our Secretary of War has fired, I don't know, 12 generals in the last couple of days or whatever. It's pretty massive ahead of the the Army. So, like, it's just a lot to comprehend on what we're doing right now.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think.
And we
about
don't
it.
know all the facts, right? Like, we don't know
Yeah.
what they know.
Right, right.
So, maybe.
I mean, at the end of the day, there's no way Trump's going like, I don't care, because he's got kids, he's got grandkids, and he wants
Right.
them to grow up in an America that's not gone or.
Yeah. So, full disclosure, both Eric and Donald Trump Jr., because I'll put it out there, when Biden, I didn't think it was right when Biden's son was doing this stuff either. They both just bought a ton of stock in drone companies.
I mean, it's tough though, because the stuff that happened with Hunter Biden was all illegal stuff.
Right, right. So, this is legal.
I mean, me and you could buy stock in drone companies.
We sure could.
We sure should.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Like, why didn't you tell me this 3 weeks ago?
right. I didn't. Right, I
Yeah.
didn't. But yeah, I just saw that and I was like, "Huh, that's interesting." Well, I don't know if they just bought stock or if they actually invested in the companies themselves. But either way, they're
I mean, that's putting money where your mouth is. See, that doesn't bother me as much, because if it wasn't insider trading, which obviously clearly it wasn't, because we all know,
right.
I have an issue with the Pelosi style of investing,
I agree with that. Yes.
where you have a top secret meeting no one knows about, and
Yeah,
then you
and-
invest, which
Right.
makes you millions of dollars.
Or you dump all the stock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you know tomorrow it's getting
Right.
the person's getting whatever.
Yes, exactly. That's definitely
I
inside.
mean, Martha Stewart went to jail for that.
Yeah, it's Mathers. That's not Nancy Pelosi, though.
No.
But I agreed.
She climbed up the ladder even higher.
Yes.
She just can do whatever.
Well, they don't want people like Martha Stewart like having that kind of
Right?
right.
I don't know, dude.
So I don't know. I say base your judgment if you're talking about liking or dislike. Like if you supported Trump, I think you should support him and see where it goes.
I
Well,
mean, you got two and a half years left.
Yeah.
Almost 3, but
Right. Because he has surprised me a lot. Maybe there's something like we don't know, and maybe he is still playing chess and there's stuff right, like an end game that's a big win.
I mean, he should be thinking midterms right now.
Right. And I could just be buying into the scary media.
Yeah, because
You're
media lies
right.
about everything, anyways.
Right. So I
It's
could definitely
propaganda.
be going down that rat. Except when I sit home sometimes that's the problem. That's why I should be out doing stuff like fishing today because it's beautiful. But yeah.
Yeah, It just bothers me that 2 of our planes are down
Yeah.
when he basically said that we've taken out their air defense and everything. And then he shot 300 missiles into...
Well, they said they just got support from Russia on that, and it's showing, right? Like, they landed, I forget how much, 6 planes or something over there, and yeah.
The other thing that got me the other day is when Trump said, he was talking about, it's all about oil. It's always been about oil, right?
Yeah, that's my take.
So he says, I think it was to Spain, like, we'll sell you oil. We have all the oil that you need, right? And I'm like, wait. Gas is going up.
Yes.
When you were going to get reelected, it was drill, baby, drill. Yet, why aren't we just using our oil? We don't need their oil. We don't need it.
Again, so Iran just hit oil ship yesterday or the day before, maybe.
I think it's Saudi Arabia's or...
Yeah, Quadtois, QUA, one of those comes right there. Anyways, they hit that, and then it's all over the news. This is going to affect... Why does one ship affect the global oil price that much?
It's greedy people who just want more money. It has nothing to do with that.
Right.
Just like every time a hurricane comes, oil, gas prices going way up. Why?
Right.
Because you can.
You know how much... Why are we not using reserves in this time to keep the prices down? Ain't that what they're for?
They said this country has enough oil on it to, like, you could fund... This country could go for, like, pretty much ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why... Like, isn't this... And then... So it's something I didn't like that Trump said the other day, and I'm not being anti-Trump, but I didn't like it because they question him about inflation. Because when gas prices goes up, everything else goes up, and it never comes back down.
Yes.
And he's like, America's worried... The reporter's like, what do you have to say to Americans who are worried about inflation and gas prices when we are already struggling because of high inflation from the Biden administration? He goes, I think Americans are in more support because of the safety that we're creating out there. But if we already hit all their nuclear things before the war started, what safety are we creating?
Yeah, that's complete BS.
Right?
100%.
Like, I don't know about you.
They were never a threat to us here anyways.
That's what I said.
I mean, to other places, sure.
Yes.
And Israel, Middle East, sure.
Yeah. I mean, and then we have the stuff that happens here once in a while from the terrorist stuff that they support. And I don't love that either. But if you're going to ask me what's more important to me, I would have picked not to go to war here. And, like, I'm all good for bombing the thing. And I would have been okay if we went in there and did a regime change that freed the people.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with that either. My problem is I feel like we're in a war that had nothing to do with us to begin with.
And the longer it goes, the more those people turn against the United States.
Right, because they're getting oppressed.
Because now you're wrecking their lives. You're
Yes.
killing their family members.
Yeah, you're shutting off their power.
Yes. So now you have 92 million of them that hate us.
Versus,
when you had,
yes.
90 million at whatever.
Right, exactly.
So it's like, the whole safety thing, that's complete.
Yeah, I hated when he said it. I was like, and he thinks that's what America feels. So I'm like, well, you better poll America. Because I feel like I want profitability in my country, my family. Like,
if you want to talk safety, you would stop inviting third world countries into our country that don't share our values. Muslims.
Right. Well, if you want, yes. And shut the borders. That's the kind of safety I'm looking for.
Safety.
Right. Like, let's protect our citizens here. Mm-hmm. Because no one's coming over here to invade us, per se. It's just not a smart move.
No.
So, like, I don't know. I hope his chess playing ability is still intact, and I'm just not seeing it. That's all. Well,
I'm losing faith.
Yeah.
Although I said before, whenever you judge him, you should wait a month.
That's what I'm trying to be paid, because I do like the things that he ran on.
Yeah.
And the things he did his first term. And there's things in this term that I like too. I don't know if you put us in a bad situation. And being a businessman, if he has the intellect to pull us back out of a situation. Because I'm not huge on Pete, the war secretary.
See, I liked him at first.
Yeah.
Because I think he's younger, does stuff, works out with the soldiers, like he's kind of like the people or the soldier type thing.
Yes.
But now I'm not so sure.
I almost feel like he's a warmonger kind of guy.
Like he just loves war.
Yeah, and Like I'm all about I love, like you said, I agree with the American first talk. That like
Yeah.
you're not gonna be like Obama and have our ships, Navy ships, get boarded by other countries and put all of our guys on the knees. Like that would be consequences for that.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Yes, 100%.
But the war, like I said, Iran's always, to me, is like a hornet's nest that's sitting there in the Middle East, and if you don't poke it, it's not that dangerous.
Yeah, they were kind of like the last one there that was
Right,
could be an issue. Obviously, if they're getting nuclear weapons, it's an issue.
right, but we just bombed all their stuff, and then
Yeah.
Putin just put out a whole statement about it. Yeah, that they were within, what do you say, they were following the regulations, and America overstepped. That they were within their whatever, like they were following all the things. There was no proof that they weren't.
No, that's kind of like weapons of mass destruction.
Sure was that we didn't find.
Same ploy.
Yes,
Same ploy.
same as Zach ploy.
Yes.
Yes,
Except we just said uranium and atomic bombs this time instead of
Right,
weapons of mass
right.
destruction.
right, but yeah. So I don't know. I hope the people that are smarter than us that are in charge of this stuff is figuring it out.
Yeah.
And when I mean smarter, they have more intel.
Correct.
That's what I mean by that.
Yeah.
Like they know things we don't know. So I'm hoping they're using that strategically. And again, though, why do our gas prices have to be so high?
Because it's all part of the game.
Like the gas pump shut off at $100. I didn't even realize that because it's been a while. But I went to fill my truck up the other day, and I was like, "What?" I jumped in; it wasn't even full. I was like, "What?"
I think diesel was $5.
Oh man,
60
I
something
can,
a day.
yeah. And what is all? So diesel. That's a great conversation. Diesel is the easiest fuel to produce.
Yeah, it's less reformed or refined. Excuse me.
Yeah, but why is it so expensive?
Because everything has diesel that
travel-
transport stuff.
Yeah,
Which
right.
drives the prices up.
Which is so it's cheaper to manufacture.
Yep.
So the ROI on that is, and
They
we
used to be $1 less per gallon.
right
In Texas, it is $1 less per gallon.
because refineries are right there.
Mhm.
Yeah, direct
It's
consumer. I get it.
It's all a game,
Yes,
and the game would stop if the players would finally stand up and say, "Nope, I'm not playing this game no more."
right. Yeah, because
I mean, as much as I hate even mentioning this because I don't support this man in anything, but Bernie Sanders is really right about a lot of things as far as the elites.
yes,
Because it was, I remember when it was millionaires, and until he became a millionaire, then he had to switch it to billionaires.
Right.
'Cause he is a massive hypocrite.
right
But it really is the elites, not just this country, but of the world that.
of the world. Yeah, the Rothschilds, the
Yes.
Rockefellers, the guys who run Vanguard and BlackRock. Those are the people who are a part of this new world
order.
thing going on that Soros runs. Like,
Oh, the World Economic
yeah,
Forum.
all that. It's all
Health
tied together.
Organization, yeah.
Yes, and it's just a bunch of evil people playing on an evil state. Like, and we're just the pawns.
Yes.
That's all it is right now. And it's, yeah, if we all stood up and said, "Yeah, you guys, that's it.
Yeah, we're done.
It's over." But the only way to do that is to give up our comfort,
Right.
and it hasn't got uncomfortable enough yet. Like
No,
they'll push it
it's
to
way
the
too
edge.
much. Yes, and they'll back it up.
Yeah, like people like you and I are pretty good through this. The price increase in price affects us, but it's not like I'm not gonna have groceries this week or be able to pay my light bill.
Right, right.
Like our bills are still covered. But people like my dad and my mom, and
Fixed income or not.
yes, they're
much of
getting
income,
close to
yes, yes.
They are retired, really close, and the taxes and like I see them struggling with this, and I feel bad. Like it breaks my heart because
And it's always a game.
yeah.
Because if you look at how often this happens, it seems like more and more often these things happen.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got to create more and more.
Yeah, it's already something.
Yes,
Right?
because
It's
of
always-
greed.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what it all comes down to.
yes,
I have a friend that's like thinks capitalism is the issue. I'm like, no, capitalism is not the issue. It's these greedy people that.
right.
Or
Because
outside
what they're
there.
doing is not capitalism; it's
No.
manipulation.
Correct.
That's a huge difference.
right. Because when you play the system,
Right.
that's different than actually being in the system,
Right.
operating in the system.
Capitalism, and I like the capitalism where it blesses other. Real capitalism blesses people.
Correct.
Right,
100%.
you create a business, and then you can hire the people, give them good wages,
Yes.
and create better lives for them. That's capitalism.
Yeah.
What they're doing is manipulation,
Yes.
and it's what it is it's like these were so. In my opinion, you had the pharmaceutical companies who made more money during COVID than they made any time in their career. They got their share. That was a whole thing. They got their thing.
Yep.
Now the oil industry's like, well, it's time for us to get our.
Yep.
So let's do this.
Yep.
Create a world event. Right now we'll get our. Now we're going to get our wealth back on our side.
Yes.
And it's just anytime people are making money on the top off crises, there's going to be more and more of them.
Absolutely. You
Like-
just make more and more money.
Yes.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's all we've seen for a long time now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know, since the 90s maybe.
Yeah. It's gotten worse in
It's
the
gotten way worse.
the last few decades for sure.
I mean, pharmaceutical companies made trillions during
Trillions.
COVID,
Trillions.
and now they're crying because they're like, people aren't getting vaccines anymore, and blah blah blah. Yeah, because people are waking up. They're trying
Yeah.
to poison them.
Never got a single vaccination.
No, me neither.
Because I don't fall for that crap.
No, I'm not going. Not going to do that.
Right.
Well,
Right.
when you give like a 1-month-old a hepatitis vaccine,
Right.
that screams there's an issue.
Yes.
Because unless the mom had hepatitis, it's a sexually transmitted blood-borne disease.
Yes.
So
Or drug transmitted.
or
yeah.
drug-
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
So I don't think a 1-month-old is going to have that issue.
You shouldn't. Right.
So why
Well-
are we doing this? Oh, wait, because it creates other issues.
Yeah, and and they make money think about the vaccinations that children get for the first 6 months. All that benefits the pharmaceutical companies,
Yes.
right? And I'm not saying that some of them aren't. I'm not anti-vaccination either,
No.
right? Like if it makes sense, okay, let's protect ourselves. But like you just said, there's a lot of them that just make no sense. Tetanus shot mandatory when 3 months or something like that. Like
all the things that, yeah, 100%. 100%. I was trying to look up I want numbers, though. I looked this up one day.
Yep.
So in Europe, the shots are like 13.
okay.
The United States was like 74.
And I believe that because I
was-
feel like when my kids were younger, it was
Yes.
all the time.
Yes, and so big picture, what has changed then versus now? 80s, 3 to 5 routine vaccines, but they're saying today there's 15 plus disease protections. Like they're basically saying that we have all these new protections, so you won't get it. When's the last time you heard of anyone getting polio?
Oh, right, yeah, like
So why does my kid need a polio shot?
right. I'm with you.
And measles was an issue in this country until we let all the illegals in who didn't have. I mean, of course, they didn't have vaccines, but the issue was done here.
Right. Well, my thing is, if they want to force vaccinations, like the COVID vaccination, when they're rounding up these millions of illegals, they should have forced them all to get one.
They were the only ones exempt.
I know, that's what I mean. Like,
all of it.
You can't go to a concert or get on a plane, or I couldn't even drive into Vermont to go deer hunting. But these guys can just walk across the border, not worried about it. Like, yeah, make it make sense.
You can't.
And why is Walmart? I'm just saying the same things everyone was saying, anyways. But why is Walmart safer than the mom and pop shop during COVID? Like, that's a COVID-free zone. But if I went to go to my local restaurant, that wasn't. Like, I see the remnants. I drive all over the place, and I see all these old mom and pop stores and restaurants and stuff closed down, all during COVID that could never reopen. It made the elite richer, and it pushed us down a notch. And I feel like that's what most of this is about.
I found what I was looking for.
Good. Okay, I kept talking, so
You did great.
okay.
Because I can't.
No, I get
I
it.
can't do two things at once.
Me either.
It's kind of odd. Okay, so 1980s, 10 to 13 total doses of vaccines. Main vaccines was DTP.
Yep.
I'm not even going to waste my time trying to.
Okay.
I'm out.
Yeah. No.
Listen, I can't pronounce these things.
Okay.
Why make a fool of myself trying?
Yeah.
Polio, obviously, and then measles, mumps, and rubella. So 10 to 13 by the age of 6. Now, if you, of course, yeah, here we go. By the age of 6, as of now,
Yeah.
25 to 35. But by the age of 18, 50 to 70, depending on, flu shots and
Cold.
timers.
Yeah. All that stuff. Yeah. Wow.
Why do you suppose that is? Money.
Yeah.
All about money.
It
Because
is.
in Europe, I believe they're still on like the 13.
Right.
It's 13.
They'll get there. It's just Americans will use the tax dollars to pay for these things. The insurance companies. Yeah. It's
It just blows my mind because I was asking my friend Udelki, who has a 2-month-old. I'm like, hey, what shots do you guys get there? And she sent me like what he just got, and I was like, that doesn't even make sense because the one that was circled was, hepatitis.
yeah.
And I'm like, what? I don't know. Like, I was like, well, how many shots do you typically get? And I mean, she sent the whole list to me.
Right.
It was kind of confusing. I mean, there's a little bit of language barrier there too.
Right.
I was like, you just need to do like, if anything, if you want to do vaccines, is just do what the Europeans do
Right.
because they're overall healthier than us. I mean, their food's not like ours, but
Yeah, that matters.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a country somewhere where the average person lives to like 108.
It's got to be one of these untouched countries.
Yeah, they're
Or
very pure.
yes.
There's no process. Everything they eat and do is grown, and
Yes.
they don't have any of that electronic stuff. You know what I mean? There was a guy who went over there to visit them because he was doing a health study, wrote a health book, and he wanted to know why these people were living. And it was like a 90-year-old woman gave him a tour, and she walked him up a mountain like straight up vertical for 3 miles, and he's like, he was out of breath, and she didn't even bother her that much. He's like, he couldn't believe that she was 90-something years, 91, I think she was. Like, but diet, the right exercise, not putting chemicals, not mushing your brain like this morning.
She definitely didn't have 75 vaccines.
Yeah, probably none.
None.
Would be my guess. They're just living a natural, normal life. But that whole country, whatever, I don't know if it's a country, it might be a tribe, like, so I could, don't get me wrong, but they just, the average death age is 108 years old. Average. Like, that's insane to me.
And God says you can live to 120.
Yeah, there's people there doing it.
That's crazy.
Like the average one, so there's a lot that are like 112, like a lot. So
That's interesting. I was telling Andrew the other day, I was like, when I come back here from the Dominican, whenever I eat food here, I feel sick.
I bet.
And when I first started going to the Dominican, I'm like, I don't know, like eating, like you'll drive by places that have like a goat hanging that they killed this morning, and the meat's just sitting outside. And there was one place they're like, hey, do you want anything? And I'm like, no, it's 80 out, and the meat's just sitting there raw, and I'm like,
they're dry aging it.
they are. I mean, but I struggled with that. I'm like, no, I think I'm good. I mean, I don't need as much there anyways, but now, like, we go get food, they're going to go get chicken or whatever at one of the side places. I'm like, as long as we don't go to the Chino one, because the cat wouldn't even eat that, so
Right.
that scared me. I really started praying on that one. But I'll eat that food, and I don't feel sick after it all.
Right. And the stuff that's so you're questioning, it's good for your immune system.
Yeah. And it's like just like doing this business, sewer and drain for 20 years. There's things I didn't get that other people probably do because I'm exposed to things that other people aren't exposed to all the time.
Yeah. Every time someone talks about, especially when I think about your business, I always think of George Carlin talking about swimming in river with turds and
Yeah.
the whole. He's like, we didn't catch nothing. When I went back to listen to him, he wasn't so much a comedian. He was speaking truth.
Truth there.
He was talking about the world leaders and everything that's going on, like germs. When are we so scared of germs? And
Correct.
like the whole thing.
It's because if you don't instill the fear, you can't sell the anti-fear, which
Right.
is the vaccines, this, that, whatever.
Right.
I mean, trust me, I'm not against any sort of hygiene thing. Like, a lot of these third world countries that have such illnesses and stuff,
I
it's
agree.
because of the hygiene stuff.
Yes.
They don't get regular baths. They don't
Right.
have, soap that's good.
The water is
Yes.
It,
Contaminated with
because
crap.
of the way it sits. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Those are legit bad things.
Right.
But with us, oh no, don't you? Your kid just got to scrape. Make sure you put this on it and that on it. And that. Wash out the stuff
Yes.
and let it heal.
Right.
Your body was made to heal.
It sure is. And the more it does it, the better it gets at it.
Yeah, like God knew what he was doing.
He kind of was the perfect designer.
Yeah,
Like-
you know. Hey, let's talk about this. I guess
Yeah.
I'm all over the place a little bit. I apologize, but
That's my fault. I've kind of ranted a
no,
lot.
it's all good. Have you ever heard of? And I'm gonna say this wrong too, probably, but laminin.
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 I don't know.
So
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
I heard probably a 5 minute. Yeah, roughly a 5 minute. I don't know. I can't say speech really, but I guess speech, but it was more like preaching. But so that is a molecule, and that molecule holds everything together in your body.
Interesting.
Like everything in your body,
Okay.
like that is a molecule
Yep.
that's shaped like a cross.
No crappy. Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a guy, and I remember listening to this, and he was talking to a guy that didn't believe, and so his whole he has a whole sermon on just this,
Really?
and he's like,
I'm gonna have to listen to
you
it.
don't believe, okay? This right here is what holds all humanity together. It's shaped like a cross,
Right.
and Jesus was crucified on a cross
Right.
at 33. You have 33 vertebrae in your back.
Could be, yeah.
You have 12 ribs, 12 disciples.
Yes. Well, women have 13 because
Yeah.
it took one of ours to make the women.
I still don't know if that's true though.
It-
I know
it-
this. I know
it-
that is true.
That is
Like,
true.
but-
Because they just did a thing the other day. They were like, they had two skeletons. Can you tell us which one was the male and which one was the female? The female has more ribs.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
And then their back, even at the bottom, they're not really ribs, but their spine has. I can't even. It's like a rib, but it doesn't come all the way around. That's just to protect the babies. The extra ribs for the baby too.
Yeah, it was this thing about your rib cage. And there's 12 ribs, right?
Yes.
It's just you couldn't if you tried.
Right.
You couldn't I don't believe in any of that stuff. If you tried your best, all you would do is prove the existence of him.
Right.
You would,
No, I agree 100%.
because every time science tries,
And we haven't even reached all the scientific stuff.
No.
So, I mean,
no.
yeah, I'm with you. Like, I think you need to, I don't know how you don't believe in anything. Like, to me, that just makes no sense at all.
Yeah, how do you we came from apes, we came from this,
Yeah, we had, there's
So-
just too much science.
So at
or
birth we have 33 vertebrae,
33 vertebrae.
but as we become adults, it typically some of them fuse together
yes,
to make
yeah.
26. But yep, you start with 30,
You're 30.
33,
Nice.
12 ribs, 12 disciples.
Right. The whole thing. The design's too perfect. I agree.
This molecule that holds everything together. And then the other thing too is crazy, and this was another recent science thing, was at the point of conception, where the sperm meets the egg, there's a explosion, just like the Big Bang,
Right.
and that legit, yes, at the moment of creation.
Right. That makes
You can't
right.
Can you imagine? I don't know. How do you not believe? How do you just think, oh no, that's all fake? You can't. It's impossible.
Right. And again, well, nothing can come from nothing because if you have nothing, you can't have it
No, you
Noth-
can't get nothing from nothing.
because there's nothing.
Life from nothing, you can't. It's impossible.
It is impossible because it would always be nothing.
500 years before Jesus came into the street of Jerusalem, when they laid down the Psalms and the jackets, right?
Yep.
Isaiah predicted that 500 years before that.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, Jesus talked about in the whole Old Testament over and over
Yes.
type things.
It was ours about Jesus.
Yes.
The Old Testament's got Jesus in it just as much as the
It
New
was the
Testament.
plan the all along.
Yes.
Right. Like
The
this was.
books mirror each other,
Yes, yes.
yet people can't see it.
No, when I come across non-believer, a lot of them are too ignorant to understand.
Yes.
Is how? Because I point. So one of them recently told me that the Bible was a book that our government created to control us, and I was like, well, if you read the Bible, you would realize there's no control. You have free will.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Does this person smoke crack?
it's possible. I guarantee they have.
All right.
If I'm
Another-
being honest,
another
I have some friends in low places.
another reason they need Jesus.
Yeah, I was trying.
So our government created it, yet the book precedes our government, our whole country by 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you go back to Old Testament,
Well, again, like I told them, I was like, you're just ignorant, because if you actually open the Bible instead of like making speculate, you would realize there's nothing in there controlling you to do anything.
No.
God gave us free will.
yes,
He's telling you can do whatever you want.
yep,
You can. Like, he's not. It's just how you're going to spend your eternity at the end of it. He goes, this life is yours.
yes,
Do what you want.
yeah,
Right? You should follow me.
Yeah.
And and that's the other thing. I was like, here's the thing. Even if you didn't think Jesus was real, like, if you just followed his principles, would you be a better person?
yeah.
You would be. And there's a lot of people out there who don't believe but follow godly, what do you want to call it? Principles. Yeah, like manifestation is the same thing as, because the Bible says you can envision, you can kind of predict your own.
Say it and it'll happen.
That's what I mean. So manifestation, and people who do that some of them are very successful by doing that.
Right.
People who do good by their people, just in general, usually reap benefits from that, because I think God put the natural stuff here.
Exactly.
There's rules to anything. There's rules to having success, and it all comes from the Bible. But you can't do anything easy. That's the nature of God, because I think it's, and I know it because it talks about it, but it's really preparing you to make sure you can handle those things.
So recently, Bryce Crawford, who you probably don't know who he is, but I really like him. I think he's 22 or 23. I've seen so many of his videos. He just goes out on the streets and just talks about Jesus with people.
Nice.
I've seen some amazing videos where he's prayed for them to receive Jesus. He's extremely respectful. He's a great guy. He is. He's become pretty popular recently, but just like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, he sat down with. He doesn't believe in the prosperity gospel, which there's no such thing. It's the gospel. But
I agree.
he sat down with Kenneth Copeland, and obviously people label Kenneth Copeland as prosperity gospel, prosperity preacher.
Yeah, I know Kenny. Yeah.
You know, it's all about money, and it's
Yeah.
like, but maybe you should listen to his stuff, you know. But anyways, so he sits down with him, and I was just watching some of the clips as we're going up to Vermont yesterday, and it hit me. I mean, it hit me. It comes, first of all, you don't have the intelligence to debate a man that's literally done this for 70 years.
That's fair.
He knows that book better than you, like, not that you could ever know, but he knows that book better than,
Right.
like, he knows everything in that book.
Right.
He knows it
yeah,
very well.
Right.
And
he
everyone
spends
that-
his life in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And every single one of Kenneth's answers were, I was swayed with Kenneth because I've always been a little on the fence.
Right.
Even though my grandmother loved him. And so I've always believed, like, my grandmother had good intuition. So,
Right.
Pastor Sam loves him. Like, I didn't have a real negative necessarily, but I wasn't necessarily on his side as far as, like,
Well, you're being open minded about it.
indecisive about it, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
But his answers were amazing, and I was actually concerned because I was like, boy, I don't know. Bryce talks about chasing Jesus and how it's not for anything. And I said, and I was, it's not. You're just chasing a relationship with Jesus. You're in love with Jesus, and that's what you're supposed to do is just chase Jesus, chase
Right,
Jesus,
right.
Jesus. And I'm like, I said, man, I wish Kenneth had asked him, what does that mean?
Right. That's a great question.
Because there's no way you're going to be able to describe it without something tangible.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right. And I think, to me, it's a hard way to. I think it's a different journey for everyone.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like-
I mean, I don't dislike Bryce now
Right.
at all. God met him when he was about to kill himself.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
teenager.
And God's using him.
Yes, God is using
Yeah.
him.
100%.
And that's the other thing. People are always out there criticizing everyone.
Yes.
God doesn't care who it is or how bad their theology is or whatever. He will use anyone.
Right. Well, the problem is we all have a little bit different perspectives, right? And it doesn't mean any of them are wrong per se. Like, a lot of people talk about how great Charlie Kirk was, and I think he was. He was one of the best people I've seen break this stuff down, and he knew his
Yes,
stuff
100%.
like knew, but he has views like the Israel views that a lot of these people are totally opposite on, and I think that's okay.
Yeah, because that's, yeah, okay, it's biblical, but it's also not in a way, because his views were not biblical views. His views are current world views, So,
Right.
but the thing is, I was like, man, Bryce missed the whole thing.
Yeah,
Everything in the book
yeah,
is when you do something for God, there's a reward in it.
right.
And he's like, and at least like Psalms 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That's prosperity,
Yes,
because he's going to provide for you.
right.
And he's going to provide for you more than you need,
Right.
so that you can help other people.
Yes.
So it's
I-
like he missed the whole concept.
I will say in the Old Testament, there was a lot of punishment from God too. A lot of not punishment, but testing.
Yeah, you can say punishment too.
Yeah, I'm just
It's
saying.
funny. I said this to Andrew the other day. It's like, the Bible says that God does not change. But boy, if you read the New Testament versus the Old Testament, it sure seems like, because New Testament, grace, mercy.
Yes,
Old Testament, a lot of grace with Israel, I guess, but lots of punishment.
yes.
So I'm like, yeah, I don't know, but
I mean, I know I can't see. I need to get my Bible more too, people. But I don't
then
know if-
again-
I don't know if it was Lot or one of them. But God was literally having a competition with
Lot.
the devil.
lot.
Yes, I think it was Lot. Yeah, and so he took his children, took his wife, took his fortune, just making bets with the devil, basically, to see that they could break Lot.
They couldn't break him.
That's not very. And they couldn't. So God was right, and God knows
Right.
all along.
The moral of that story, though, is he doubled everything he had.
But yes, But man, imagine your kids in that. That's big stuff.
I guess the difference is that the New Testament, once Jesus made that sacrifice, everything changed.
So that was yes.
That's when it changed.
Thank you, Jesus, because yes.
That's when the grace came. That's when the mercy really came.
right. Because nothing like that has happened since.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, like God's not
That was the end of the story right there until,
like yes. He's like, okay,
comes
here's
back.
my only son. So God ultimately suffered too.
oh, exactly.
Right,
100%.
right, for us,
Yep.
and he didn't have to.
Because he told Abraham, you have to sacrifice your son.
Yeah, and he took a
And he stopped him.
yeah.
But that's what the thing is.
Like, but he got right up on the mountain with the knife in hand and the whole, and like he was going to do it.
And it proved that God provides in the end, no matter what.
Right. And the reason Abraham went through with it was because God never goes back on his promises. And his son, I can't remember his name, but he
Isaac.
went, Isaac, yes, and went on to like lead nations and all this stuff and he'd already told him that he would have a son that would go on to lead nations. So,
And the thing is, people like, that's a horrible story. Why would God ask you to do that? Well, the thing is, God never intended him for the sacrifice of his son. He just wanted him to be obedient and see if he'd be willing to do it.
right.
Because he's not a cruel God.
Right. Yeah, I have to really dive into that because to me, it's a little contradictory in my head, right? Because if God knows all, he would have known if he was going to do it. So,
Well, exactly.
so if he's testing him, is he testing him to see if he would do it for God's will, or is he doing it to prove something to Abraham?
He was doing it to see if Abraham was 100% committed to him.
Okay.
And then, obviously, stopped him.
Right.
And then Jesus, which, like I said, the Old Testament mirrors the New Testament.
It does.
Then God sacrificed his only son, but actually sacrificed him.
Actually sacrificed him. Yeah, because Jesus in the last days was begging,
Yes.
like, if there's another way.
Yes. He was so stressed out, he was sweating blood.
Yes. Yeah. Because he felt our feelings, our emotions, our pain.
Yes.
Like, so,
But like he said, your will be done.
yes.
And so we went.
And he obeyed.
Right.
Yeah, which is amazing.
It's interesting, too. So Gethsemane, the garden he was in, I've always pictured it like this hill and, like, I don't know, a garden, like flowers and trees and whatever.
Right.
Well, Gethsemane is actually an oil press, like a olive oil tree, like where they have olive oils.
Oh, so it's a bunch of,
And it's where they press. So how do you make olive oil? You have to press it.
right.
Press it really hard, and olive oil comes out. So it just once again ties everything back into. It's like anointing your head with oil.
Right.
He was in that, and why was he there? That was his most pressing moment, up to that point where
Right.
he was asking God, please,
Yeah, it was
I
all-
don't want to have to do this.
Yep.
Is there another way?
Yeah, multiple times. Yeah, the whole thing, just super
like-
powerful.
Crazy.
Yeah, so just take that. Like, take the gift that's given to you.
If you really just read the Bible with an open mind, like really just look at it and read it,
Right.
it won't take long.
Yeah, because nobody is arguing whether Jesus was real or not. No one.
You don't ever hear that argument.
Or the New Testament. It's any of it really, but especially the New Testament. No one's arguing that because it's all like it's not just documented from the Jews and the people who wrote.
Everywhere.
Yeah, you could. There's stories of Jesus on the Roman side, different stuff like
You could never destroy all the history of it.
right. So
It's impossible. It's
is that so?
the most
eh,
recorded thing in all of the world history.
So when someone tells me it's a book that the government made up, now I'm like, what? Like
Get him
you
into
said,
a rehab program. Did the aliens tell you that too?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Well, that's what I was like. Do you believe in Abraham Lincoln? And he's like, well, of course. I'm like, well, okay, well, how?
See, that's
But did
I've had this argument with people, and then I finally got to the point I had like I went to school with this kid, I was friends with this kid. I had to block him. I couldn't deal with him anymore. Oh man! So I was like, you've never met Abraham Lincoln, but you believe he's real.
That right?
But you don't believe in God.
Right. There's no difference.
No,
You didn't see Abraham Lincoln.
you've never held.
There's no film of him.
No, you've never held $100 million in your hand either. But you
You know it's real.
know it's real.
I love that. Right.
You've never seen oxygen, but you know it's real. If not, you'd be dead.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
at what point?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Come on. So laminin.
Yes,
I-
laminin.
I just assume that's how you say it. That's the molecule that holds all of human beings.
And it's
atoms
shaped like a
together.
cross.
And it's shaped like a cross.
I love that.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
All right, I hope everyone had a great Easter. When I'm going to be in the Dominican next week, so our shows are, well, if something crazy happens, we aren't like a live show kind of thing.
Right.
But, God bless you guys, and we will talk to you on Thursday.
Later.